കാറ്റഗറി നമ്പർ 725/2021 കേരള പീസ് നടത്തിയ അസിസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് പ്രൊഫസർ ഇൻ ഇലക്ട്രോണിക്സ് ആൻഡ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗിൻ്റെ ആൻസർക്കാണ് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, ഫോർ ദ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഷോൺ ഇൻ ഫിഗർ ദ തെവനിൻ ഇക്വിവാലന്റ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഇൻ ഓം അക്രോസ് PQ is answer A -1. In the circuit shown, what value of RL minimizes the power delivered to RL? The answer is 4 ohm. In the AC network shown in the figure, the phasor voltage VAB in volt is 17 ∠30°. In the figure, the switch was closed for a long time before opening at t equal to 0. The voltage Vx at t equal to 0 plus is -50 volt. For the circuit shown in figure, the value of V0 of t in volt for t tends to infinity is 31.25. If capacitor is energized by symmetrical square wave current source, then the steady state voltage across the capacitor will be a triangular wave. In a linear circuit, the superposition principle can be applied to calculate the voltage and current. Option A. The poles and zeros of a driving point function of a network are simple and interlace on the negative real axis with a pole closer to the origin. It can be realized, answer option B as an RC driving point impedance. In a non-degenerative bulk semiconductor with electron density n equal to 10⁻16 centimeter, the value of EC minus EFN equal to 200 milli electron volt. Assume the terminal voltage is 26 milli electron volt and the intrinsic carrier concentration is 10⁻10 per centimeter cube for n equal to 0.5 into 10⁻16 per centimeter cube. The closest approximation of the value EC minus EFN is answer C 218 milli electron volt. Drift current in semiconductor depends on both electric field and carrier concentration. Consider the following statements regarding MOS circuit design process. First statement, MOS circuits are formed on 4 basic layer N diffusion, P diffusion, polysilicon and metal, which are isolated from one another by thick or thin silicon dioxide insulating layers. Second statement, the oxide thin-ox mask region includes N diffusion and P diffusion and transistor channel. Statement 3 എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ polysilicon and thin-ox region interact so that a transistor is formed where they cross one another. Which of the above statement are correct? Option C 2 and 3 statement ആണ് correct. Consider the NMOS transistor in 65 nanometer process with a nominal threshold voltage of 0.3 volt and a doping level of 8 into 10⁻17 per centimeter cube. The body is tied to the ground with a substrate contact. How much does the threshold change at room temperature if the source is at 0.6 volt instead of 0 volt? Answer A 0.04 volt. For an N-channel enhancement MOSFET, if the source is connected at a higher potential than that of the bulk, that is VSB greater than 0, the threshold voltage VT of the MOSFET will, option A, remain unchanged. What is the minimum threshold voltage for which the leakage current through an off transistor VGS equal to 0 is 10⁻3 times less than that of a transistor that is barely on? VGS equal to VT at room temperature if N equal to 1.5 Option B 270 millivolt In CMOS inverter, if VTN less than or equal to VIN less than VDD by 2, then following is the behavior of the inverter. That is PMOS in linear, NMOS saturated. Option A The difficulty in achieving high doping concentration leads to option B error in variation. The advantage of NORA CMOS logic is that in 4 ഓപ്ഷനിൽ ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ആണ് ആൻസർ. എ സ്റ്റാറ്റിക് CMOS is not required at the output of every dynamic logic state. Instead, direct coupling of logic state is feasible by alternating NMOS and PMOS logic blocks. 18th question എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ consider a process with a subthreshold slope of 100 millivolt per decade and a DIBL coefficient of 0.15. How far must the power supply drop to cut subthreshold leakage of a factor 2? Option D 200 millivolt. A CE amplifier has a resistor RF connected between collector and base, RF equal to 40K and HF equal to 50, RP equal to 1K, then the output resistance R not equal to option C 4 kilo ohm ആണ്. 20th question is an amplifier has an open loop gain of 100, an input impedance of 1 kilo ohm and an output impedance of 100 ohm. If a feedback network with a feedback factor of 0.99 is connected in voltage series feedback mode, then new input and output impedance are option C 100 kilo ohm and 1 ohm ആണ്. If a differential amplifier has a differential gain of 20,000, CMRR of 80 dB, then common mode gain is option A 2 ആണ്. 22nd question is an op-amp has a slew rate of 5 volt per microsecond. The largest sine wave output voltage possible at a frequency of 1 megahertz is option D 5 by 2 pi volts ആണ്. A 10-bit analog to digital converter is used to digitize an analog signal in the 0 volt to 5 volt range. The maximum peak to peak ripple voltage that can be allowed in the DC supply voltage is option D nearly 5 millivolt ആണ്. And analog voltage is in the range of 0 to 8 volt is divided in 8 interval for conversion to 3-bit digital output. The maximum quantization error എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് option B 0.5 volt ആണ്. For the N-channel enhancement MOSFET shown in the given figure, threshold voltage VTH equal to 2 volt. The drain current ID of the MOSFET is 4 milliampere when the drain resistance RD is 1 kilo ohm. If the RD is increased to 4 kilo ohm, then the drain current ID will be answer option A 2.8 milliampere ആണ്. An unstable multivibrator circuit using IC555 is shown in figure. Assume that the circuit is oscillating steadily. The voltage VC across the capacitors varies between option B 3 volt and 6 volt ആണ്. The steps involved in the FPGA implementation process are mapping, translate, place and route. Arrange these implementation steps in the sequence they are performed. Option C ആണ്. Translate, mapping, place and route ആണ് അതിൻ്റെ correct procedure step. The Boolean expression y of a comma b comma c equal to a plus bc is to be realized using 2 input gate of only one type. What is the minimum number of gate required for realization? Option B 3 ആണ്. Find the complement of the expression y of a comma b comma c equal to abc plus abc bar plus a bar b bar c plus a bar bc. Option D a bar plus b bar into a plus c bar ആണ്. Measuring unit of the figure of merit option C picojoules ആണ്. The number of distinct Boolean expression of 3 variable എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് option B 256 ആണ്. A certain JK flip-flop has propagation delay TPD equal to 10 nanosecond. The largest mode counter that can be constructed from such flip-flops and still operate up to 20 megahertz. Option A 32 ആണ്. Third question, among the digital IC family, which of the following statements are false? First statement was the ECE is a non-saturated logic family. That is ശരിയാണ്. HDL has the biggest noise margin. അത് തെറ്റാണ്. Because CMOS ആണ് biggest noise margin വരുന്നത്. CMOS has the highest fan out. അതും ശരിയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ആൻസർ only 2 ആണ് false. The minimal function that can be detect A divisible by 4. 8421 BCD code digit representation D3, D2, D1, D0 is given by ഒരു കെ മാപ്പ് വരച്ചിട്ട് 4 വെച്ച് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന 0, 4, 8, 12 നമ്മൾ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് മിനിമൈസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഈ ആൻസർ കിട്ടും. ഓപ്ഷൻ എ എഫ് ഈക്വൽ ടു D1 ബാർ D0 ബാർ ആണ്. തമ്പ് ടെക്നോളജി ഇൻ ആം പ്രോസസർ ഈസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ടു create variable length instruction set. Option A ആണ്. Bit 7 of CPSR of ARM processor is option C interrupt disable bit ആണ്. Dispatch latency is the time interval between termination of one task and the starting of another task. Option B ആണ്. A CISC is not characterized with option C more general purpose registers ആണ്. How is baud rate modified in 8051? Option B using MSB of Pcon register ആണ്. Cycle stealing is used to accessing computer memory bar bus ആണ്. അത് ഡയറക്റ്റ് മെമ്മറി ആക്സസിൽ പെടുന്നതാണ്. മെമ്മറി സ്പേസ് ഫ്രം 80H to F8H in 8051 processor reserved for SFR. ഓപ്ഷൻ C ആണ്. Given XE of t equal to 1/2 x of t plus x of minus t is the even signal component of option B. X of t equal to sin pi t divided by t interval minus t less than or equal to t less than or equal to t ആണ്. Given signal x of t equal to e raised to minus 2t cos 2 pi t is non-periodic ആണ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ സി ആണ്. The fundamental period of the given sinusoidal signal x of n equal to 10 cos 4 pi n divided by 31 plus pi by 5 is option D 31 samples ആണ്. 45th question, the Fourier representation of x of t equal to e raised to minus t cos 2 pi t u of t എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഓപ്ഷൻ ഡി എഫ് ടി Fourier transform ആണ്. The impulse response of a LTI system is h of n equal to 1 by 2 whole raised to n u of n. The output of the system is dash when the input given is x of n equal to 2 into minus 1 by n whole raised to n u of n. Option A, y of n equal to 1 by 2 whole raised to n u of n plus minus 1 by 2 whole raised to n u of n ആണ് ആൻസർ. 47th question, the force response of the given system described by y of n plus 3y of n minus 1 equal to x of n plus x of n minus 1 ആണ്. എൻ്റെ ആൻസർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഓപ്ഷൻ ഡി ആണ്. 4/7 മൈനസ് 3 ഹോൾ റേസ് ടു എൻ യു ഓഫ് എൻ പ്ലസ് 3/7 1/2 ഹോൾ റേസ് ടു എൻ യു ഓഫ് എൻ ആണ്. 48th question, dash pulse plays a key role in digital communication. ഓപ്ഷൻ സി റെക്റ്റാങ്കിൾ ആണ്. 49, the approach used in the design of analog and digital filter എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഓപ്ഷൻ ഡി ഓൾ ഓഫ് ദി അബോവ് ആണ്. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ഡിജിറ്റൽ സിഗ്നൽ അനലോഗ് ടു ഡിജിറ്റൽ. 15th question, for the given transfer function of band pass filter 0.1s by s square plus 0.1s plus 1, the mid band frequency and bandwidth are option C 1 and 0.1 ആണ്. 51, first statement, the unfiltered speech signal is harsh. Statement 2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് filtered speech signal is soft ആണ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ കറക്റ്റ് ആൻസർ ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ആണ്. 2 is contrast to 1 ആണ്. The magnitude of a vector ax plus ay plus az divided by a square x plus a square y plus a square z whole raised to 1 by 2 is dash ar plus a theta plus a phi divided by a square r plus a square y plus a square phi whole raised to 1 by 2 ആണ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ ഡി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് സെയിം ആസ് ആണ്. ഗിവൺ വെക്ടർ a equal to minus 3 ar plus 2 a theta plus 1 a phi is dash to vector b 5 ar plus 6 a theta plus 3 a phi. ഓപ്ഷൻ സി പെർപെൻഡിക്കുലർ ആണ് വരിക. 54, dash is defined as the total flux out of closed surface is equal to the net charge within the surface. ഓപ്ഷൻ ബി ഗോസ് ലോ ആണത്. The electric field E is dash to the electric equipotential lines normal ആണ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ ബി ആണ് ആൻസർ. The insertion of displacement current in Ampere's law is basically done to satisfy equation of continuity ആണ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ആണ്. Lenz's law is applicable for ഓപ്ഷൻ എ closed loop ആണ്. When a equivalent T network in a equivalent circuit of a transmission line is replaced by equivalent pi network, the answer is option C. The telegrapher line equation remains same ആണ്. 59, the propagation of electromagnetic line is in minus z direction if electric field component is along dash and magnetic field component is along y and x ആണ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ആണ്. An inductance of 0.1 nanohenry at 10 GHz represents a reactance equal to a of 6.28 ohms ആണ്. A capacitance of 0.1 picofarad at 10 GHz has a reactance of option D 159 ohms ആണ്. In a transmission line, dash is the attenuation due to conductor loss for given R1 and R2 and ZC. Option A R1 plus R2 divided by 2 ZC ആണ്. Beth Hall coupler consists of dash rectangular waveguides. Option C 2 ആണ്. What is the coherence bandwidth when a radio signal is characterized by 4 millisecond multipath spread? Option C 250 Hz ആണ്. For the given coherence time of 100 seconds, the Doppler spread is equal to option A 0.01 Hz ആണ്. 66, IEEE 802.11 wireless technology employ dash multiple access scheme to avoid collision. Option D CSMA bar CA. In WLAN, the channel bandwidth is divided into sub-channels with subcarrier frequency spacing of 312.5 kHz. Option B 52 ആണ്. In a DSSS communication system, the processing gain in dB for the given signal to noise ratio of D equal to 20 and PI by PS equal to 100 is option C 30 dB. The differential entropy of a random variable x when uniformly distributed in 0, a is option C, log a. The difference between the true value and the measured value of the quantity is static correction, option C. A Wheatstone bridge is constructed with two strain gauge and two resistors. One strain gauge is active and other one is dummy. These two are in opposite arms of a Wheatstone bridge. The other two arms are formed with the resistors of equal resistance of 120 ohms each at 300 Kelvin. The frequency bandwidth is 100,000, that's 1 lakh hertz or 100 kilohertz. When pressure of 7,000 kilonewton per meter square is applied and the output voltage is 0.12 millivolt, find signal to noise ratio generated by the circuit. Option A, 269 is the answer. Two resistors R1 equal to 29.5 ohm and R2 equal to 69 ohms are connected in series. The total resistance is option D, 98.5. In photoconductive transducer, change in conductivity appears as change in resistance. Option A ആണ്. Time required by a measurement system to begin to respond to a change in measurement is dead time. Option D. In a pyrometer, the dead zone is assumed to be 0.125% of span. Calibration can be done from 400 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius. Determine the change in temperature expected before the occurrence can be detected. Option C, 0.75 degrees Celsius ആണ്. Assume a voltmeter 0 to 150 volt has a guaranteed accuracy of 1% of full scale reading. The voltage measured by its instrument is 100 volt. Calculate the limiting error in percent. Option A, 1.5 ആണ് ആൻസർ വരിക. 77. Construct a parallel circuit with two branches. The current in one branch is I1 equal to 200 plus or minus 7 ampere and in the other is I2 which is equal to 200 plus or minus 1 ampere. Then the value of total current considering the errors in I1 and I2 as a limiting error is option D, 400 plus or minus 8 ampere ആണ്. The steady state error of a control system with unity feedback and transfer function C of S divided by R of S equal to 1 by S square plus S plus 1. When excited with a unit ramp input is option B, ESS equal to 1 ആണ് ആൻസർ വരിക. Consider the first order system with a closed loop transfer function 1 by Ts plus 1. What is the slope of unit step response? dc by dt at t equal to t, where c of t is the unit step response of the system. Option B, dc by dt equal to 1 by et ആണ് ആൻസർ വരിക. 18th question. In the bridge T network shown in figure, Z1 equal to Z3 equal to R and Z2 equal to Z4 equal to 1 by Cs. If RC equal to tau, the overall transfer function of the network is given by option D, H of S equal to tau square S square by 2 tau S plus 1 divided by tau square S square plus 3 tau S plus 1 ആണ്. 81. Considering the Hurwitz condition for stability, choose the most accurate statement for the system with the characteristic equation S raised to 4 plus 2 S cube plus 4 plus K S square plus 9S plus 25 equal to 0. Option C. The system is stable when K greater than 7 ആകുമ്പോഴാണ്. 82. Consider root log key of the system with G of S equal to K divided by S into S plus 1 into S plus 2 and H of S equal to 1. The number of asymptotes and the point of intersection are option D, 3 asymptotes meets at S equal to minus 1 ആണ്. 83. The forward transfer function of a unity feedback system is given by G of S equal to 1 plus S divided by 1 plus 2S plus 3S square. The number and direction of n circles around the point minus 1 plus J0 in the complex plane by the Nyquist plot is option A, 0 ആണ്. The state space representation of a system is given by x equal to ax plus bu and y equal to cx. That is matrix A equal to 0 1 minus 2 minus 3, B equal to 0 1, C equal to 3 1. The system is represented by option A, y of s by u of s equal to s plus 3 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2 ആണ്. Consider the compensation network given by G of s equal to 1 plus 1 by t1 divided by 1 s plus 1 by t2. Determine the condition for network to be a lead network. Option C, if t1 greater than t2 it is a lead network ആണ്. 86. The state space representation of a system is given by x equal to ax plus bu and y equal to cx, where a equal to 1 1 minus 2 minus 1, b equal to 0 1, c equal to 1 0. Choose the correct statement. According to the first statement, option D is the correct. That is, the system is completely controllable and completely observable. A proportional controller with unity feedback has a forward transfer function g of s equal to 1 by ts plus 1. The steady state error for unit step function is option B 1 by 2 ആണ്. Consider the statement 1. A superlattice is a periodic structure of a layer of 2 or more materials. Statement 2. The thickness of one layer of a superlattice is several millimeters. Answer is the statement 1 is correct but 2 is false. Consider the two statements given below. 1. Quantum well is a two-dimensional nanostructure in which there is a confinement in one dimension and a particle is free to move in the other two dimensions. Statement 2. Quantum dot is a one-dimensional nanostructure in which there is confinement in two dimensions and a particle is free to move in the third dimension only. Option D. Statement 1 is correct and 2 is wrong. 19th question. In the ISO OSI 7-layer model, the raw bits are converted to frames by data link layer. Option B ആണ്. An IPv4 datagram has type of service TOS bits 1000. The datagram service type is option B minimized delay. 92. A discrete source emits 5 symbols independently with the frequencies as given below. A 1 by 8, B 1 by 8, C 1 by 4, D 1 by 4, E 1 by 4. Find the average length of the symbols when encoded with an optimal uniquely decodable source coding method. Option B 12 by 5 ആണ്. A 7,4 linear block code is generated by the metric G equal to 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. If a received code vector is R is affected by an error vector E equal to 0 0 1 0 0 0 0, the syndrome of R will be option A 1 0 1 ആണ് answer വരിക. The following figure shows various DC to DC converter configurations starting from top to bottom. The configurations are option C buck boost and cook. In a DC motor control circuit as shown in figure, by using PWM and or logic signal at the input points. Option A, the speed and direction of rotation of the motor can be controlled. 96. An image segment of size 6 into 6 is convolved with a mask -1 2 -1 whole transpose. Assume replication at the edges. F of x comma y. First row 1 1 1 1 1 1. Second row 1 1 1 1 1 1. Third row 1 1 1 1 1 1. Fourth row 0 0 0 0 0 0. And the fifth row is 1 1 1 1 1 1. And the last row is 1 1 1 1 1 1. The number of non-zero values in the resulting image will be option C 18. A simplified stereo model is given in figure. The equations for x and y in P of x comma y with respect to camera L is given by option D z equal to f into b divided by xl minus xr and x equal to xl into z divided by f. 98th one. Consider the following statements about micro electromechanical systems. Statement 1. Surface to volume ratio of MEMS are higher than the macro scale system. Statement 2. Electrostatic forces dominate over gravitational forces at a micro scale. The correct answer is C. Statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. Consider the linear programming problem to minimize z equal to 5x plus 4y subject to 4x plus y greater than or equal to 10, 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to 10 and x comma y greater than or equal to 0. Minimum value of z is option B 18. The last question 100. Consider following statements. Message queuing, telemetry, transport, MQTT and constrained application protocols COAP are two communication protocols used in IoT application. MQTT uses publish or subscribe communication model and it is a many-to-many communication protocol. The correct answer is D. Both the statement 1 and 2 are correct.